What's up? Lighting is so weird. How is everyone doing today? Well, I didn't want to come in from the sunshine, but I really do want to do this class because I love you guys. Yeah, today we're going to talk about addictions a little bit, just a little bit. We're going to talk about the guilt and the shame behind addictions, which so many are dealing with. We're going to heal some guilt and shame today. Isn't that exciting? That's liver stuff. Liver stuff. Yeah. So, hey, Jabri. I'm doing great. How are you? Yeah, we're going to talk about how Sorry, I just had to check that. All right, we're gathering here. We are gathering here. Hello, Rachel. Good to see everyone. Okay, my email is working today, by the way. I just had to restart my computer. It was just, the whole internet thing was wonky on Monday. It was very strange. Okie dokie schmokies. We are all gathering here. We are live. Live. Okay. Bam. Yeah, I've got some profound things to share with you today. Are you ready? Oh my goodness. We are such raw creatures of the world, aren't we? Trying to create another world amidst this dimension. It's very bizarre. But here we are. And I have not yet put my contact lenses in, and these are not very sharp. So I have to lean in to read your messages, so I might not read all of them today. Hey, Jordan. Yes. Stay hydrated. Agua, por favor. All right, so let's all pay attention to our breath and our heartbeats. Let's get cozy in our spaces. Here we are together. Notice your breath. Notice your heartbeats. And notice the energy that is flowing within you. I'm going to take a little bit of ginger. Oh, yeah. Wow. Feel that ginger. Thank you for sharing the link on Facebook. I appreciate that, Jabri. Yeah, just connect with the energy running through your body, through all the streams that are flowing in you. The blood, the lymph, the energy, the water. Feel it all flowing in you. connecting in on this dimension where you're just really paying attention to yourself is extremely helpful for any kind of addictions. And I'll tell you why. Addictions are often accompanied with restlessness and boredom, need for stimulation. So it can be really challenging when you're an addict to do anything like meditation or Qigong. It can be painful. And I recognize that. Because when you slow down, when you really slow down and connect to your heart, you might feel guilt or shame about your very existence because of past trauma. And it's this guilt and it's this shame that stops your stream of life force. Kind of like a baby at the umbilical cord, stopping. They've shown babies in computer images where they actually are inside the uterus and they stop that flow from the umbilical cord because it feels toxic to them or something. They just stop it. And then it starves themselves. And it's stressful. And it's not something that we might do physically now, but we can energetically, literally clamp down on a stream of life force and stop that life force, stop that love from going into us like a pattern. And then we don't have energy. And so we need a stimulation. We need an addiction. So this is my theory. I'm not saying it's right, but I think one possible congruent, similar thing that all addicts just might have is somewhere they are cutting off their energy flow. Whether it's the heart, the head, the throat, the tummy, somewhere there's a restriction, a constriction. And it makes them restless because, for some reason they feel that they don't deserve that life energy. And sometimes we feel guilty for our very existence because keep on tuning into your own energy flow, your own heartbeat as I'm talking. Because you have felt possibly at some point in your life that you have had to, compromise your own integrity for your own survival because of someone else's abuse. An outside force possibly said, "You're wrong, I'm right." And because you were possibly dependent on this outside source for your life, for your meals, for your shelter, you had to say, "Okay, I believe you, I don't believe me." And that creates a dependency on a life force that isn't yours, because your life force flows through you when you feel completely in integrity with yourself. That's the abundance flow. That's the life flow. That's the love flow when you are completely in integrity with yourself. That's when you're flowing with energy. You're not doubting yourself. You're not doubting the flow. You're not constricting the flow because you have full integrity. The foundation is strong. You can build on it. You can gather things. You can organize. If, on the other hand, you give all your energy to someone else because you feel dependent on this other person or this other thing or this addiction that you have, you put all your attention and focus on that instead of you. That's addiction. All right, enough talking for now. Let's notice our breath. Let's notice our heartbeat. I'm going into the liver mudra here because the liver really helps us deal with addiction. All the organs help us deal with those addictions. The liver helps us deal with the shame and the guilt. And it's very easy to feel shameful and guiltful when you are dependent on anything and anyone. Because, or if it's brought you out of integrity with yourself. So whenever you feel out of integrity, it's very common to feel guilt and shame, because basically being out of integrity is a similar energy as lying. And we feel guilty when we lie, naturally, if you have a conscience. Relax those shoulders. So yeah, we're going to explore some good integral energy to our being. And Qigong always adds integrity to your being, metaphorically and physically. When you are working on your energy, you're adding integrity to yourself, which means you're adding strength. Which is why it really does feel like the more people that do Qigong, any kind of Tai Chi, any kind of exercise that brings integrity to them, to us, is good for the whole world. It's good for creating peace in the world, because when we're all integrity with ourselves, there's less lying, there's less cheating, there's less fighting. Oh, good idea, life goals. I love that. There's a sound, there's a bit of some sound. Okay, so what about the lullabies? I've got a link for that, to do some lullabies. Drum and bass would be so nice. But I think these lullabies are good too. Keep on breathing, y'all. And also connect with, what is it that you want to focus on today? Obviously, we're going to be talking about addictions a little bit, healing shame and healing guilt. But is there anything specifically that you want in your life right now to connect with, to heal from? And let me know about the volume of this. I might need to lower it. So my name is Aviva, and my intention today is to be here for all of you and to build up our integrity, our strength, feel love, release guilt and shame, release dependence on others. Jabri says his name is Jabri, and his intention is to be here with you today and to share his energy today. And he'd like to focus on his whole body to the feet. All right, let's keep on breathing as other intentions come to us and as we read others' intentions. Thank you for the thumbs up, everyone. Wow, thank you. Hold your heart and get in touch with your intention today. It's hard to wrap our minds around what I've been talking about. It's almost like to shift your belief. It takes work, physical work, emotional release. So be patient with yourself as you build your integrity and remove the unstable pieces that are not helping you. As we breathe in our intentions and release anything in the way. Oh, Rachel's got an intention. It's to focus on herself, being happiness, so she can have a good life and to be happy. I love it. It's really hard to be happy when you're dependent on others. It's so hard. And we're going to work through that today a little bit. Connect with your own life flow. So let's do the Heart Mudra as we breathe in our intentions. Index finger down, thumb connects to middle and ring. Okay, you can hold your heart with the other hand or do the mudra. Breathe in your intentions. Release anything you don't need. Breathe in your intention. Release resistance. Breathe in your intention. Release anything. Breathe in your intention. Release resistance. Breathe in your intention. Release resistance. Breathe in your intention. Release resistance. We're going to go into that stomach, tummy, confidence mudra now. Connect the thumb to the index and the ring. Okay. Feel your confidence. Feel your courage. And think about this. You are connected to your own life flow in class today. That is what is so magical about Qigong. You are connected to your own source. You cannot suck off someone else's source here in class. It's all about you, and it's all about getting you in touch with that abundant energy that is around you at all times. Dependent on no one else. You are creating your energy. You are a miracle. Now, what happens when you are dependent on someone else or dependent on your addiction is you are relying on that or them for your energy, for your protection. And if they are out of integrity in any way with themselves or the world, then you will feel out of integrity. If they feel shame, you'll feel shame. If they feel guilt, you'll feel that guilt, and it's not yours. You will start to own their energy. You will start to feel responsible for their faults, and it's not your fault. So when you get in touch with your own flow, you don't feel any of that shame. You don't feel any of that guilt because it's not yours. You are free. It's more complicated than that. It's about everything we do. Using gas, eating food in boxes and cans. Who were they created by? When? Where? Was anyone hurt in the process? We're eating that energy. We're exploring that energy. We're all responsible. The more you make your own clothes, you make your own food, you make your own energy, the more you're connected with your pure energy, and you're not taking on anyone else's what word do I want to use? Actions, decisions, choices. It's all your choices. So when we circle in on your choice, your choices, anything that you have the power to choose, then you start to feel that wholeness, that completeness as we trickle into our own bodies. Release that guilt, release the shame, because you are whole, you are complete, you have everything you need. And then you start to feel that strength that you are, the powerhouse that you are, the unstoppable energy that you are. Do you feel your strength right now? Do you feel the power as we do this empowerment mudra? Release that desire to please others. Like Jeffrey said, feel your energy from your head all the way down to your feet. Your power to walk, your power to dance, your power to sing, your power to run, jump. Simple things in life that no one can do for you. No one can walk for you. No one can jump for you. No one can dance for you. We're going to bring it down to the root chakra, the connection to the ancestors that do lift us up, that do help us dance and sing and stand in our places. Thumb to the pinky and the ring. Feel that stability. Feel yourself sitting on a stable rock. Your ancestors survived, and thus you were created. Survived through natural disasters, fights, all kinds of things. And here you are, a combination of all that DNA, all those belief systems, all those experiences. You represent them, all they've gone through. Connect with that reality. Yes, you are their guilt. Yes, you are their shame. You are you. Yes, they brought you here, but you're not dependent on them anymore. You're just connected to them. You are creating your own energy. And that not only heals your buried guilt and shame, but also theirs. Because you are the connection to the sunlight, to the sunshine, to new birth, to new cells, starting anew with you. You are not responsible for their actions. Though you now hold them as part of your baggage, and you've got to consciously release it. You've got to consciously say, no, this is out of integrity with me. I choose different. I don't need to do that for my own survival anymore. I don't need to be out of integrity for my own survival. I can be that. Creativity chakra. We're interlacing all the fingers. For women, the left is on top. For men, the right's on top. And we're going to hold that. Feel our creativity, our ability to create so many beautiful things in our lives for ourselves and others. You have the power. It is this creativity area of the body where shame and guilt get stuck in the chakra wheel like a stick in a bicycle wheel, and it stops you from creating. Because if you have no foundation of a house, you cannot create the walls. You're stuck in a survival mode. You're stuck in that foundation mode, constantly rebuilding it instead of going to the next level. So this might be when you're working on the creative chakra, that might be where you hit a wall with guilt and fear and shame, and you feel incapable of creating a life for yourself. Because this creation energy is dependent on other people's ideas and what other people want to create and what other people choose to create. You see, when you're dependent on someone else's energy, then you're giving them your creative energy. You're creating for them, not for you. Which is why being creative and doing your art in that moment frees you from other people's energy. You're no longer using their energy. to create, and therefore creating for them, you're creating for yourself. So when you have your talent, when you sing, when you dance, when you drum, when you write songs, you are basically doing like Qigong. You're embracing your energy and nobody else's. You're building the walls of your house. You're honoring your temple. And you'll find an excuse not to do it. I know. It's not making you money. It's you don't have time. It's your choice. You can be dependent on others, or you can express your art and your gifts. And the more of us that express our gifts and our art, I think everything's going to fall in place. Everything's going to fall in place. We might not need money as much as we think we do. Maybe we can grow our own gardens, make our own fuel, make our own villages, our own houses. We are the creators. Feel that purity. How wonderful it feels to create without feeling any guilt or shame, without feeling like you're wrong only because the energy that you're dependent on is wrong. Releasing that dependency and feeling your connection to your pure love and light, which you know in your heart has so much integrity. Having integrity doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. It just means that you are you. We can do this sitting or standing now. We're just going to bring the energy up and down. It's like you're feeling your energy all around you. I've got a ukulele in my way. I didn't even notice that. Everyone, you're going to feel different every time you do this as you feel your energy around you. It's like you're swimming in your energy fully, completely. Bathe in that light, that beauty. That was Ellie Ballet. We played last night on Rocking the Valley. One thing that happens when you have that experience and you feel so connected with your own energy, it just fills you with so much gratitude for this life. Because you feel that love, and you just, everything is just so beautiful. And everything feels so pure. You don't feel that yucky, icky, angst energy that you feel when you're dependent on other people's energy. You don't even realize it. And if you're on the other end of this, if you want other people to be dependent on your energy, if you feel like you're enabling people, don't fool yourself. You're just as dependent on them as they are of you. Because when we give people our energies, we might think on some level that we need them to create. Because when they're dependent on us, then they are creating our own painted truths, what we see as the reality. And on some level, the more people that are dependent on you, the more possible it is in your mind that the world that you choose to exist exists. Because we're all creating this reality. But do you need others to create your world? Or are you comfortable with the fact that other people are responsible for creating their world? And that's okay. Because everyone's an artist in that sense, with their own palette. And will their drawing that you might think is ugly take away from the beauty of what you draw, of what you paint? And is that fear causing you to want to change them? Give them your energy that is only meant for you on some level. It's tricky. It's like neuroscience. It's like physics. But I tell you, that guilt, that shame, that is your clue. If that's there, then it's bringing you out of integrity with yourself. And that's the clue. Is if you give your own energy to someone else, and there's a fine line between just giving someone a gift and giving someone your energy and them being dependent on you. Does that take you out of integrity with yourself? Does that create an energy string, an attachment that is weakening your foundation? And if so, then it's not creating integrity for the whole world, which I think was your good intention. It's actually bringing instability to the world, which is exactly what you don't want. You gotta break it down like that. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you feel guilty for not providing that energy to someone, then once again, you could be an addict in that sense of that guilt is stemming from your own dependency on others. It's a tricky little web that we're weaving. But the way to see through it, to see through those veils, is to realize that it's not just two veils. You take one veil off, you take their guilt off, and you feel guilt. And you think, you don't realize there's another veil there. You take that off too. Just keep taking them off. It's not about putting one back on. Oh, thank you, Jeffrey. All right, let's go out and in now. All right, I'm going to stand when I do it. It's still optional to sit or stand. Look, I have more space. I made a bigger studio here. I'm so excited. Bend your knees a little bit if you're standing. Okay. Very weird skirt. Relax your face. Okay, we're going to wave now. Back in. We're going to go all around now. Notice your breath, your heartbeat. Filling up the space with your integrity. Notice if any of those guilt feelings crawl in, like just release it. Replace it with the energy of a strong tree. Your strength, your stickiness to stick to what you feel is important. Feeling that integrity of your spine. Now we're just gonna bring it back and forward. No little movements, just waving back and forth. Keep those toes relaxed. Every time you wave, there's more of an opening in that heart. In the back of the heart, that's where a lot of the guilt of lack of integrity lives. A lot of the gook that needs to be cleaned up so your heart can feel free and open and flowing with energy and integrity. It's not easy when you have unmet needs, needing attention and needing love. It might lead to feelings of lack of integrity. Because not being confident and not being secure is a form of lack of integrity too. Not when you doubt yourself. When you doubt yourself, you are out of integrity with yourself. And you feel guilt and shame. We're going to keep rocking, but let's bring the hands in front. That's why if you're trying to change your body in any way, the body image stuff, the body dysmorphia, losing weight, gaining weight, it's very, very walking the line of body shame, of shaming your own body. Well, these other messages from other people might feel like it's shaming you. Because if you want to lose weight, it doesn't mean that you should feel guilty for not having that integrity that you want, for releasing those toxins. want to change, it's okay to change as long as you realize that you can still love yourself exactly how you are right now and have the integrity to do so. Because unless you're doing that, it's really hard to change. It's all about loving yourself and being able to love others through your own integrity. Because if you compromise your integrity, how do you love yourself and others? How do you do it? This isn't Hollywood. This isn't made up. This is real life, real love, real acceptance, real connection to the incredible, powerful, magical being you are, which comes close with the superhero movies, but that's usually just about one superhero amidst a bunch of ordinary people. We're all superheroes. We're all so magical. I don't even know if it's possible to make a movie about it. I don't even know if it's possible to express that through Hollywood. Because that's 3D. And real magic of your soul, of your life, is 4D, 5D. There's no way you can make a movie about it. Movies are going to be obsolete as we evolve. We're going to be entertaining each other by doing way more interesting things than movies. Moving energy. Creating energy together, creating beautiful feelings together. Not feelings from the images of lack. That is what a lot of the media brings us. It's just little roller coaster rides of these 2D and 3D emotional realities. And it's very confusing to the spirit and the soul, which is 5D, 4D. You're basically doing like standing Qigong this whole time. Because standing Qigong is one of the most integral parts of Qigong. You don't even have to move. You just stand there and you feel that flow as long as you get into alignment. And you just find where that energy is flowing in you. Your feet are shoulder width apart. They're parallel, so the toes are pointed forward. And you don't lock anything up. You keep it moving, like swaying, like I'm doing, or at least feeling the energy opening and not constricted. Your pelvis is relaxed. It's not tilted back or forward. And, we all have different levels of tension in the body, so it really helps to find that tension and release it slowly. And then it finds a different body alignment. Feel that when you raise your arms, you can feel your ribs rising, right? And you stretch your arms up and you keep those ribs raised as you gently drop the arms. Hi, don't be a square peg. And if you feel like you dropped those ribs, then do it again. So for the next few minutes, we're basically going to kind of do the Qigong, which is to move however you want, but the goal is to find a standing Qigong position where you feel that energy flowing the most. It's like, this is like the 4D, 5D reality of cell phones being plugged into a wall. Like if you were plugging into the wall, in our walls, there's usually just, a way to plug it in. 3 prongs, plug it in. But in our case, there's a lot of different receptors for the plug of that what we are. But when you feel that you're plugged in, it's almost like you're paralyzed. You're just like, whoa, I feel this flow. It's like you've tapped in. And I think it is easier to feel it when we're next to a tree or when we're in the sunlight. You know how sometimes you're just captivated by the sun? It's like you just lie down and you just can't move because it just feels so good. Like a warm bath, but it's not just the heat of it. There's another energy from the sun that we all feel. It's not a temperature change. It's not just that it relaxes the body. I think it's a love energy. This love ray, this love radiation that we're feeling from the sun is similar to this energy vibration that you feel when you're in the Qigong movement. And I'm saying this all because it's not just a physical exercise. It truly is an awareness of your essence and a connection to the essence of all of us. And it truly creates an emotional shift in your body when you're feeling this energy. It is like feeling love. It is like feeling a hug. It is like feeling peace. Which is all a part of healing. It's not just about freeing the pain in your body. It's about feeling the love. Call it love. In your body, it's about feeling your essence in your body, your soul in your body and your soul. And being fully capable of feeling every single aspect of what that feels like. And not being afraid to feel your good just because you can also feel the bad. Being able to face the bad and transform it. And release your responsibility for it if it's someone else's. Where do you feel your energy plugged in? It could be down here, relaxing those shoulders, bending those knees a little bit. Your hands are faced back and your underarms are slightly lifted. That is a typical standing Qi position. You might need to lean a little forward or lean a little back to find it connecting to other parts of your body. And when you feel that connection, like I said, you can feel like the love energy and like an emotional shift, a mental shift. And also you can feel like these physical experiences, like the tingles, like this thick energy that's around you, like a whirlpool of water, very similar to like all the different waves you can observe in water flowing over the rocks, flowing down the stream. What does that feel like energetically? Those are like the Qi feelings. You know how there's pockets of cold water and pockets of warm water. You can also feel pockets of cold energy in your body and warm energy and hot energy. And you can feel the movement. You can tap into the movement. Like I'm not even thinking about my hands circling right now. They're just circling with the energy. That's when you know you're tapped in, you're being charged up. Your integrity is getting stronger. You know, and that's what we learn from, we do learn this from those martial arts movies. where the good wins, because just like it's hard for you to be in integrity if you're lying, it also weakens the body's integrity. It's all connected. So you're physically stronger when you're emotionally stronger. If you're able to really feel your Qi, then you're really in an integral state of being, in a state of love. It's hard to harm other people. You don't have that desire. You just want to love. You just want to celebrate everyone. You just want to be in harmony. You see, there's a purpose for everyone. There's a place for everyone. And as you feel the connection wherever you feel it, you might not feel it in your whole body, and you might not feel it at all, and that's okay. Just keep trying. Or don't try and see what happens. Find your tension and release it. Sometimes just by staying still, which is the beauty of Qigong, just staying still, completely still, will cause you to feel that Qi feeling. Plugging in, cause you to shake a little bit, which is another Qi feeling. If there's an area where you don't feel any energy at all, just put your attention there. Talk to that area. Ask the area, what do you need? I see you. I hear you. I hold you. What do you want from me? What do you need? How can we get the energy flowing to you? Pure love energy. Guilt-free energy. Strong energy. Caring energy. The nurturing energy. Powerful energy. How do we get you flowing with all of this? You don't feel that lack. And in that void, you don't feel any guilt or shame because you're connected to our flow. You're connected to our integrity. Communicate with those neglected areas, those forgotten areas, those annihilated areas, those painful areas that need this light, that have been disconnected because of perhaps your own fright, perhaps your own dependence in that area, and therefore funneling in crap in that one area instead of funneling in this light and this love that you're reconnecting this area with, opening it up to a new energy, releasing the old. Where do you feel nothing? Where do you feel numb? How can you open up these cells and feel that circulation, feel the warmth, feel your ability to connect with your heart? Do you feel the energy in your feet? Do you feel cramped in your feet? Do you feel a heaviness in your feet? Can you feel that heaviness? Can you feel yourself sinking in the ground? Can you get heavier? Let me tell you, heavy is good right now. So many of us feel like a burden to the world subconsciously. And we lift our energy off the earth thinking, well, if I'm not completely sinking into the earth, if I'm not completely leaning in the earth, then I'm not as much of a burden. But you're actually more of a burden, because if you're sinking into the earth and the earth isn't trying to reach up and hug you and grab you, you're helping the earth hug you energetically. You're helping the earth embrace you. You're helping the earth vibrate you to be in harmony with the earth. The heavier you are, and then you slow down, and then your footprint is smaller because you're not running, you're not going as fast, you're not rushing, you're not trying to do this and trying to do that. You're just with nature. It's not a race. We're not a human race. What's the opposite of a race? We're a human connection. We're just connecting. And when we race, we're not connecting. We're running away from that connection. We're making it impossible to connect. And so what happens? The universe creates a stronger web to keep us in place so that we'll connect, because the universe is out to love us, and without connection we have no love. And so we might think, oh, there's all these other forces out there out to get me that are jailing me up, that are imprisoning me. But no, we've imprisoned ourselves. Because if we're running away from each other, we can never feel the love that we want to feel. We can never feel that connection. And so we create a world that locks us in a state of imprisonment so that we stop running, so that we stay still and connect with the earth. But if we would just stay still, connect with the earth and feel this vibration, then we don't need to feel imprisoned, because we'll feel connected and loved without that. It's the opposite. We're all racing to be millionaires, to be famous, to be noticed, because we think others noticing us brings us connection. But that's not connection. That's admiration. That's maybe jealousy. It might even make it worse. People get jealous of you. People idolize you, which is that power struggle, which means, again, no connection. So if we all consciously make connecting our goal and slowing down to feel that connection, and sinking into the earth and letting her embrace us to feel that connection, then we're actually getting what we're racing for without racing. We have to do the opposite to get what we want. And it's so hard to conceive of that in our minds. We become workaholics and addicts and all these other things. We make it so hard for ourselves. So whatever trouble you're in, pain you're in, imprisonment you're in, instead of trying to break out of it, break into it. Go into it further, into your heart. Just slow down with it. Release the imprisonment inside of yourself. Feel a connection to the earth within that prison. And the walls and the bars fade away. As you free yourself and your energy, feel that connection to the energy that is always there for you. Beautiful class today, everyone. Any questions or anything you want to share before we bring this class to a close? You're getting there. Be patient with yourself. Keep coming. Keep showing up. You're going to feel the chi more and more and more. I really appreciate you being here today. I feel like it just adds to the good energy in the world every time we come together. Just the connected energy of the world is maybe a better way to say it. Creative energy of the world. Fun energy of the world. The synergy. The not sitting synergy. So let's honor our ancestors and thank our ancestors with an optional bow. Thanking the lineage holders. 谢谢荣者. And thanking all the teachers. 谢谢老者. And fill your heart with gratitude and compassion. And as you bow, spread this out to the whole entire world. Gratitude and compassion for yourself and others, and your connection to this world, to this earth that feeds you the light and the love. You want to do the feet? We can do the feet. Why not? Stick around for some feet exercises. Let's rotate each toe a few times in each direction and pull the toe away from the foot. Rotating each toe. If you guys would like to donate, I do have a PayPal. It's my email address, avivaandtheflyingpenguins@yahoo.com. And I also have a Patreon account if you want to throw me $1 a month or something. And I actually don't think I sent the tracks of the month to my Patreon supporters, so I'm going to do that right after class today. In both directions now, the ankles, and bring the toes back and rub the bottom of the feet. And then rub between each toe. Okay, and then find a point on the bottom of the foot and hold that for 20 seconds. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. By the way, I'm going to throw the link to the soundtrack of class today right there. We're going to tap our leg up and down. I really appreciate that reciprocity, Shabri, very much. Helps to keep the channel sustained. And I love doing this, and I do appreciate reciprocity if you feel capable of that. We're going to find a point below the knee, about 2 or 4 fingers, and hold that for 20 seconds. Love you too. Oh, that hurts. There must be some tension there. I'm trampolining. And then on the outside above the knee, about 4 or 5 fingers, find that point. Just climb the leg until you find like a 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. All right, other foot. Rotate each toe a few times in each direction. Thank you for the watermelon and the broccoli and the roses. Wow, you really know what I like. Also, you can get a physical copy of the songs that are playing. That's at the end of this CD are these 4 lullabies. So it's nice to listen to in traffic as long as you don't let it put you to sleep. And rotate the whole ankle. Pull the toes back. Rub the bottom of the feet. And then rub between each toe. And then tap. And find the point on the bottom of the foot. 20 seconds. Yeah, the track that's playing now is called Clutterbug Lullaby, or Lullaby Clutterbug. It's like slowing down my song Clutterbug and making it instrumental. And then under the knee on the inside of the leg, find a point there as well. Pressure point where all the tension meets. 20, 19, 18, 17. And above the knee. Feeling. Tap up and down. Again, I thank you for joining me. in class today. Y'all have a super day, and I will see you Monday for Qigong at 1:30. Or maybe I'll pop in here for a live reading, or I'll see you next time Sunday Night Live right here, youtube.com. Aviva Sings Out. Thanks for joining me. Have a beautiful day.